Live from the Rock Ridge Broadcasting Room at Rock Ridge High School, this is Rock Ridge Rundown.
Good morning, I'm Keegan Comer.
And I'm Landon Lindlaw.
And this is your Rock Ridge Rundown. Rock Ridge Rundown is your new weekly news broadcast put together by the Journalism 1 and 2 classes. We will broadcast live every Friday at 8:50 a.m. Today is Friday, December 8th, and we hope your morning is going well. We have several stories to get to this morning. The Rock Ridge Orchestra had a concert at the start of the week on December 5th. The performance took place on the Minnesota Power Stage in the Performing Arts Center at 7 p.m. Quade Peterson, a member of the orchestra, said it honestly went pretty well. I was expecting more things to go wrong considering it was the first time we played in a new place, and things almost always go wrong the first time. And while there were still some things that went wrong, it went really well. We played fairly well and we had a smooth concert. Marion Lukes added, I thought that our section for the first violins did fairly well, considering a few of us had to miss multiple practices. Everything went fairly smoothly, especially for the Brandenburg Concerto. The first movement was definitely one of our more difficult pieces. Congrats to the orchestra students and staff on a successful concert.
Please be our guest at this year's Winter Ball. The Winter Ball will be held tomorrow at the Parkview Elementary from 8:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. This is an opportunity to create lots of memories, hang out with your friends, and most of all, have lots of fun. This year's theme is Beauty and the Beast. Be our guest, so come dress your best, and be sure to be on your best behavior and responsible and be respectful as we want to continue to have these kinds of fun events. We can't wait to see everyone there. After the break, we will look at your weekend forecast.
Hello, can I interest you in a bubbler water?
Wow, man. How much is it?
It's $2.
Wow.
Hello, this is your host Nico Kozar, and welcome to the Rock Ridge Weekly Weather News broadcast. For Friday, we're looking at a high of 38 and a low of 29, with a 21% chance of rain. For Saturday, we're looking at the high of 32, a low of 18. And it looks like it's going to be cloudy with snow showers and a 48% chance of rain. On Sunday, it looks like we can be looking forward to a high of 27, a low of 13, and it looks like it's going to be partly cloudy with little to no chance of rain and the sun peeking through the clouds on a partly cloudy day. As Monday rolls on, we'll see a high of 32, a low of 16, and a 17% chance of rain, then another partly cloudy day. On Tuesday, we're expecting to see a high of 23, a low of 14, with little to no chance of rain and continuing on the trend of partly cloudy. And on Wednesday, we can expect to see a high of 32, low of 24, with a little to no chance of rain and an even streak of partly cloudy presiding. And on Thursday, we'll be expecting to see a high of 42, a low of 14, with a 35% chance of rain. And the first bit of sun we'll see throughout the week, with only a few passing clouds. We'll be back with more news after this short break.
The boys basketball team had their first game. The game was at ESCO against the Eskimos. Sadly, the team lost with Rock Ridge scoring 55 points and ESCO scoring 73. Junior player Leo Johnson said, I think the team did really well. ESCO is a tough team to go against for the first game. We didn't shoot very well, but our defense kept us in the game. I think we could win in a rematch. Leo says his favorite part of the game was that Zane Locken had the most nasty ankle breaker he has seen in a long time. The other kid must have fallen from the three-point line down to the baseline. The Rock Ridge boys team played their second game yesterday against Greenway and defeated the Raiders 88-51. And their next game is at home against Mesabi East on the 14th.
The Rock Ridge Choir is going to have their first concert next Monday in the Performing Arts Center at 7 p.m. The concert is going to include grades 7th and 8th, so there will be anything but a lack of content to enjoy. They have been practicing for this concert for a very long time, and we all have very high hopes for the product of all their hard work. Mr. Craig is the choir's conductor, and he has been doing an incredible job teaching his students and helping them bring out their best voices. Make sure to go and support our choir and have a fun time at this year's concert.
The Wolverine dance team has seemed to go unnoticed compared to our other varsity sports teams. Their season has started off strong with the first two competitions. The dancers received similar scores in their competitions to their section scores last year. You can definitely call this a senior season, with more than half the team graduating this spring. Here's Melina Peterson with Abby Sather with some insight.
I'm Melina Peterson.
I'm Abby Sather.
And she's on the dance team, so I'm going to be asking her some questions. Okay, what is your favorite song that the team is dancing to this year?
So we have Avengers as our theme for Kick, and I like the Black Widow part because I'm Black Widow.
Okay, and I heard you had a dance competition last weekend. How did it go, and where was it?
It was in Rocori, and it went way better than expected, and we were very happy with how we did.
Perfect. Okay, what's one thing you wish people knew about the dance team to convince them to join?
That we stay in hotels a lot, and our practices are very fun, and the people, we have a very strong team bond.
When is your next dance competition?
January 6th in Bloomington.
What is your favorite dance move, and can you demonstrate for me right now?
A Russian, and yes I can.
That was beautiful, thank you.
Thank you.
For this week's Spotlight, we will be focusing on a teacher who can always look on the bright side. Even though she hates the sun, she always keeps her classes interesting and cares so much about the students, so much that she takes time out of her schedule to help others after school with Miss Stefanich. This week's focus is Miss Lutzka. Miss Lutzka teaches 10th grade world history teacher and AP Psych with 11th and 12th graders. In her class, she keeps things interesting by the games she plays and other activities we do. She and Miss Lutzka's leading after-school tutoring group, which is a place where younger students can get help with older students with subjects they may be struggling in. Here is Alyssa with Miss Lutzka.
Why do you do after-school tutoring?
I think after-school tutoring is really important because, like, how do you know that you have learned something or the learning experience is when you can teach it to others. And it's a great opportunity for our high schoolers to have like something really great that they're involved in that's meaningful by teaching others. So it's actually like a service learning experience in my mind, and I think that we could use a little bit more of that in the world.
All right, and what made you want to become a teacher?
Well, I always wanted to be a teacher. Actually, at one point, I thought in 6th grade, I wrote a letter to myself that I was going to be the person who goes into the jungle and discovers a cure to cancer, and the first woman president, and a history teacher. And I went to school to be like a biomedical engineer. I was more on that path. And then because of life circumstances and all of my past, I switched. And I had an ex-stepdad who thought that teachers weren't worth their weight in salt, kind of thing. So I think at the end, now in my wise old age, I think it was like to spite him. I ended up being the thing that I wanted the most, but he always told me don't do that. And so I went after, everything else, and that's where I landed. So I think it was just the universe. This was a sign.
So yeah. Out of spite, I love that. What is your favorite class to teach and why?
Oh, like subject?
Yeah.
That I've ever taught, or could it be one that I haven't taught yet?
One that you have taught.
That's really hard. Like right now, I love world history because, of course, it's my jam. Like I love traveling the world and seeing it, but psychology, like our AP Psych class is uniquely fun, and we get to do different things, and I get to experiment on kids, turn them into criminals, take away their senses. It's a really fun time. So that is entertaining as well. I guess I'm gonna go with AP Psych right now.
Okay.
Yep.
That's awesome.
We wanted to thank her for all she's done for all of the students here at Rock Ridge.
That's all we have time for today. Remember to catch your Rock Ridge Rundown every Friday morning at 8:50 a.m. Thank you for watching and have a great weekend.